Ready? We'll call the meeting to order. Roll call?
Okay, Mayor Westergaard.
Yep.
Woltman.
Yep.
Reese.
Yes.
Huss. Here. Stankin.
Here.
No public forum. Consent agenda. Any additions or corrections?
No.
Everything's happy? Any motion on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second?
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Woltman.
Yes.
Stankin.
Yes.
Huss.
Yes.
Reese.
Yes.
You have a city administrator report?
Yes. I got a few things.
Okay. This could be a clap.
A record break.
Could have been,
Could have been.
but then you asked for administrative report.
Yeah, here we go.
And it only goes down to J. Our veg harvester, we had some problems with the vegetation harvester last week that it broke down. You want to explain that a little bit, Mayor?
That right underneath the controls, there's some valves they put together when they built it, and they over tightened some lines that cracked the flare fittings. So they lost like 20, 30 gallons of oil into the harvester. The problem with that is it's food grade hydraulic oil. It's $25 a gallon. We had to buy a 55-gallon drum plus freight to get it out of Des Moines. And it took us a few days to get parts out of Wisconsin, so we're back running, but they went out today and didn't find a lot of grass by Denison Beach.
That's,
Does it,
It's working now.
they're paid, but that's a guarantee.
Well, hopefully it's warranty.
yeah, it would be,
That would
yeah,
be-
it should
yeah.
be warranted.
But they,
I would think.
we've hit most of the places. I think when Lon talked to him the other day, they were gonna do the east side of the lake, but
Which they've done. That, never,
Yeah.
Lon called today and said, boy, we don't see a whole lot of weeds out here at all.
No.
As in, Doug was out for, I think he said 3 hours this morning, filled up just a small portion of a load.
Of course, you sprayed a lot of that, maybe that took a
I
hold.
think that had real big effect, that it killed a lot of the weeds.
and they've actually operated 7 days and pulled out about 100 tons so far.
Oh,
So, but it eats a lot of fish. The little tiny
Does it?
ones,
yeah.
it gobbles up a lot of fish.
But they
Thousands
say
of
that
them.
won't bother me.
No,
No.
there must be thousands of them out there because it eats a lot of them every time they get a load. So.
But as of now, we were gonna talk with Ben Wallace, he's on vacation till Wednesday. You know, they parked it for part of the day today and probably park tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's not,
I
they're
know
not
they
able to
said
get
it's
much out.
Awful green, I
It,
suppose.
uh,
it
The
broke it
algae
up.
bloom was
There
terrible.
is, there's still some grasses in there, but it's in the area where the DNR wants
Yeah.
the grasses
to grow.
to continue to grow, so.
And it doesn't use 1.5 gallons an hour, it uses 4.5 gallons of fuel an
Is
hour.
that all? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's about normal.
Well, they told us it was 1.5 somewhere
Oh,
along the
yeah.
line, but now it's actually 4.5. But
No.
we got a fuel barrel rigged up with a 30-foot hose, and they throw it in the truck and take it out whenever they need fuel.
Then they should have put a Deutz engine on it.
Well, yeah, yeah, less fuel,
Because that was always their big thing.
Yep.
Deutz.
but their parts are high.
So how are we gonna go about billing then? Are we gonna go by the month and then bill each,
Like the
Entity?
supervisors,
Yeah.
Black Hawk Lake,
is that,
Now, they all committed so many dollars, and I will ask them for their commitment, and we'll just keep track of what our costs are. And when it ever gets down towards the end, I'll be letting you know about that, but as of right now, I don't see us getting down towards the end unless we have some maintenance costs on the machine, which we shouldn't.
I'd take this, first there is everything's gonna be on warranty. It'll be interesting to see what happens after it sits over the winter. and
Right.
See what kind of upkeep or,
Mhm.
and maybe, I shouldn't say how many moving parts there is, that might rust up
Yeah.
or stuff, I don't know that, but,
it'd be nice to find a shed to put it in,
Be nice, they say it can be stored outside,
yeah.
they
In Iowa,
do store them outside.
Making sure you had them chains soaked up pretty good.
Yeah,
That web.
Mm-hmm.
I never
how
started.
big, how big a trailer is it?
well, it's a huge trailer. It's-
Yeah.
Say the machine's 50 feet long.
Yeah, it needs a big shed.
Won't fit well at once, so.
I don't know, I think it's too
I
wide.
don't know that it could ever
The
make it through a
ain't
door.
there, yeah.
You know.
Because we can't back the trailer in to unload the bingo deal with the points of the building that we laid down. We can't back in, we have to carry those things in one at a time.
How tall a door do you need? 14 or 16 or what?
Boy,
14 might cut it, yeah, because it made it here on a semi. So it'd have to be less than 14.
And most of the bridges are.
Go out to
14.
the farm, see if that Quonset will work. Then I
Oh,
gotta
okay,
Measure that up once.
all right, and I'll do that.
In my warehouse too.
Yeah, well, yeah, we don't wanna drag it way out there.
No.
If we don't have any place
Yeah.
there.
I think inside, if we could do it, would be it'd last a hell of a lot longer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's always better.
Our electric contractor started today. Sean is in town doing the work. He actually started on some of the rural stuff. He had a couple of rural things to do, and then he'd be going out to drillings to work on that. Gus was questioning that line out there by Vogel Popcorn and Healy's going up that way to Wall Lake. And I was talking with Bill about that today and why that was included on the project. There's an aerial line there that services the popcorn plant and Healy's, but the main primary power is actually underground there. It's in the shoulder of the road. Okay, so we're actually getting rid of that overhead and then servicing things off that underground. But he gave us some pictures back about the condition of the poles and stuff out there. So what he had told me was the conductor on it was original 8A conductor from their 1966 poles. Been written up by the utility board for 3 of them. They had replaced 2 poles, but 2 of the new ones get left there for Healy's secondary pole, and then also as a light pole for ConAgra. So certainly seemed like it was justifiable there. So anyway, they are in town working, and will be here for several weeks. We're gonna get ready to haul in some dirt to the campground. We had a price from Jared Moore to haul in dirt. Can't even get him to return a phone call. So,
Bet you'd think you could use the business.
yeah.
That's who took my place out. Yeah, he's not real good about it. But
But he lost.
John Healy answered his phone though when he called, and John, his bid was just, I'm gonna tell you, it's 15 cents more or something like that per ton. And John will be hauling in some dirt, and then hopes to start at the end of the week.
I think he'll do a good job. Or they just dump down piles and then spread? Or-
Yep.
Or he'll spread some now.
The city staff will spread it.
Now I'll put it where it needs, hopefully.
Whitey had talked about these posts down by the playground. We wanna make sure that we get some traffic barrier posts there along the curve, and
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
just know that that's
Yeah, I
still in the
thought
works.
that
We need
too.
to.
I thought we should have had some big rocks or something in there, 'cause.
So we're gonna put some poles and hopefully put some benches on a couple of them. That's,
Looked a little mean to me, if, you know.
Yeah,
some-
well, they've hit it once.
They've hit it
We know they
once.
can hit it.
yeah, we know it'll
Yeah.
work, so we wanna stop that.
Right.
You know, I don't care if we wanna put rocks there, I don't care either, as long as we put something there that.
Well, Lon talked about we put iron posts and then weld a bench and maybe make a bench out of a couple of them, make a park bench. It'd make it look like it was actually a bench, but actually they'd be barriers to keep somebody from
Yeah.
plowing over.
As long as it's there. right,
Yep.
something.
Anyway, that's what Lon, we talked about before, welding some benches that make it look like a bench.
I have something there.
At the next council meeting, we'll ask you to approve this, that Tim Laney and Denny Blessington and Bill Cates, I think, are coordinating a car show. It's a car show in memory of Denny Bromley. And that's September 21st, and be down by the piers. They just want permission to use parkland down there between the piers, but it'd be on the grass down there. No street closures or anything. But that'll be on the council
They
agenda
kinda
next time.
always did that down there, didn't they?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I had some concerns raised again about about what Corey Weber's doing with Claudine Swain's garage down there. And, he owns Schwarzkopf, Schwarzkopf's house there by
By the viaduct.
Mark Schwarzkopf's by the viaduct, and seeing very little action on that too, so, I'll have to talk to Corey and see what his plans are with that again. He had said he was gonna get rid of that garage down there, and he just hasn't done it yet. I think he's gonna try to do something with the house down there yet, but the garage is pretty far gone and just needs to go away.
Sounds like a little reminder. Try to get a time frame out of them at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a timeline and,
He doesn't give him one Guess we'll have to.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. As I was talking with all the council members on Saturday, talked with Gus a little bit, and he's just, he wants to make sure we have plenty of a chance to talk about this project, about the Chief Blackhawk and the Veterans Memorial. And I was just reassuring him that, yep, we would intend to certainly have more discussion on that. We applied for the grant, but that's really all that we've done on that.
Yeah.
So,
And on Tuesday, I was up to the supervisors for the REAP grant, that's 75,000 we're asking for. And.
for
Wall-
the, that's
That's for
the
the
bathhouse.
bathhouse.
Yeah.
And then, Wall Lake was there with their shelter house, and they approved both of them, so we're making the steps, so. We haven't heard anything, we won't hear anything on the Gil Renzi till when?
Maybe, it's supposed to be during July. They turn
Oh.
around quickly with answers
Oh.
at least, so.
So is Gus worried that doesn't want us to have it, or what's his concern?
I don't know if he's a big fan of it, but mainly just wants to make sure that there's lots more discussion,
Oh,
lots more
yeah.
chance for input.
Well, definitely, I don't think we gotta start somewhere.
Yeah.
I wish we could get them to move it.
And they might, in the end.
I mean, keep everybody happy that way. I think
Yep.
if you make a replica, it might tick a lot of people off.
Yep.
You know?
I think it's a huge tourist track.
Oh, I do too.
Because we
I-
can't, evidently we can't promote the lake much anymore, we better figure out something else, because the lake ain't drawing too many goddamn
All you
things to
hear about
read.
is complaints about that.
Yeah, I'd like to have something else that people could come and see. But to do nothing, like Buddy says, is to go backwards.
Exactly.
But
It isn't always popular.
the thing you gotta look at too is that we gotta explore, you know, like I said, the lake's down right now, and the lake's not gonna get any better until they dredge it. I mean, they've gotta go through the steps and get that. So what we gotta do is try to promote, and to me, this bicycle thing has got all sorts of potential.
Yeah.
It does.
And, you know, and I think that's where, you know, instead of people come to camp to get in a boat, they'll camp to ride a bike.
You can see a lot of it now. I mean,
You know, I don't have all the answers, but I think as a council, we need to explore some other options that we can make some sort of interest, other than, I guess, diversify is, I guess, about the best way I can describe it, so.
And it's not gonna be popular with some people, I don't.
No,
Whatever we do, you're not gonna make them all happy. Hell, they didn't like it when we did the downtown.
well,
Now
they
it's
didn't
okay.
they didn't like the farmer's market thing.
Yep.
no, no.
You know, some people were just dead against it. We did it anyway, and it turns out it was a damn good
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
So
We had a lot of compliments on that,
Yep.
every week. I mean, they're just,
But you hear people that come from far away, we do a lot of things that other towns wish they could do.
oh, sure. Yeah, that's.
I just, sometimes you gotta stick your neck out and do a good thing.
And we're competing against the Storm Lakes, we're competing to Okoboji, so we've gotta find our own little niche, and take what's left over, if that's the wrong way to say it, but try to, we want the average Joe Blow that wants to go out for a weekend to camp, to either have a boat ride or else have his bike ride, something for the kids, family oriented, you know. We ain't gonna have the big $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 homes. We've got our share of them, but I mean, that's not where our base is gonna be as far as I'm concerned.
I see Storm Lake, I never realized they put that big golf deal right aside of the
Yeah,
deal up there now too, you know.
Mini
and,
golf, yeah.
We went through the one night, every once in a while we go up to Storm Lake just ride. But we would go up and get groceries and then we'll go around the lake part way, you know, and stuff like that. But that place was just packed full of
Was it?
people, my
Yeah.
God, I tell you.
But people were upset when we did the mini golf. Jerry, you were on them, weren't you? People, oh God, that's horrible.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I know.
it's-
Look at it.
they can't see past here. You gotta
Right.
do things different.
And the things we are doing is things that aren't costing the taxpayer that kind of money, you know.
Right.
You know,
That's the key.
and,
You know,
we haven't gone back and wanting to raise the levy and stuff. That's been staying pretty maintained. You know, we're gonna be facing some major decisions with the water tower coming up. We've got the sewer system coming up. So, you know, then we're gonna be some big projects there, that's, might end up generating some, the tax money that we're gonna have to come up with, you know, so we're gonna have to address that, so right now, we've got a little time, a little opportunity. We could do this, but then after that, we're gonna be tied into, pretty well committed for some time after that.
When this is TIF, this, you know, sewer plant, that's taxes. At least
Yeah,
this
but-
is TIF, nobody's taxes are gonna go.
Right, but I'm just saying
Right.
though, but Joe Blow don't know that.
No, and he can put in the paper till you're green,
Because right away, they're gonna say it's up to,
yeah.
that's gonna cost me, well, but you just don't know that. So,
This one will be interesting. And I emailed you out the email that I had received from Justin Stork about his snakes.
Oh, yeah.
It took forever to read.
Yeah,
Oh, my God. he
Glad I
went
didn't print that one off.
It's 4 pages long. He took a long time to sit down and compose that thing.
on. Yeah, he has the time.
That's what, you know, Joy just read, I did print it off, then she read it tonight when she got home. And she says, well, I'll tell you what, he's done his homework,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Kidding.
when did you send that up?
today. It was on.
Wow, no, it
it
was
was
before I left
before
on vacation.
that.
Oh,
I never got it.
because Ted and I met with him and the Burmeister kid.
mhm.
But by them saying that, with the letter, he says he's got a snake, and our ordinance says you can't have one, so.
I know.
The only way they can do it, he has to come to the council and ask you to change the ordinance. I said, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but he's welcome to come to the next council meeting and ask you to do that.
Oh,
Yeah,
we don't
you
bring
know.
the snakes.
No,
Which-
and he can't take them in public, he's gotta get rid of them, so.
So you'll be on the agenda for the August 18th meeting.
Because the option will be to either do nothing and the ordinance stands, so.
Our ordinance just lists prohibited type of animals and has a list of certain species. Certain species get down to the end, it says snakes that are constrictors.
Mhm.
Yeah, and but it's just very broad in that regard. It doesn't stipulate any types of snakes or anything. It just says constrictor snakes. So, anyway, we'll be hearing more from that. On the good news side of things, we're getting more information from Dollar General. They submitted what will be the first part of their site plan, and we'll be hearing more from that in the next few weeks. So that'll be coming to you, I hope, shortly.
They bought all the Family General, or Family Dollar, I heard on the radio today for
Really?
$8.5 billion.
That was Dollar Tree though.
Dollar Tree.
Dollar Tree, oh, that's right,
Dollar
Dollar Tree
General.
bought.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
Dollar-
competing.
Family Dollar.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Together, when they merge, they'll have more stores than Walmart.
Yeah,
Really?
Wow.
yeah.
Holy cow.
When it's
Looks
not
like
like
it's some heavy competition there.
Wow.
Yeah.
They have heavy competition with Walmart though, them people really flock to them Walmarts.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
just crazy.
My last thing is just a reminder on Stone Pier concert on Saturday, and the council said that you'd be cooking on Saturday.
Yeah, what time you want us down there?
What time, yeah?
5:30. 5:30 at the pier.
Or before to help set up?
Set up with the base.
Are we gonna have the farmer's boat and take burgers out, sell them again?
They did that the past two, so
Yeah,
I
They
guess
do what?
they took the fireman's rescue boat out, and they take a cooler and they take them out and sell them to the people in the boats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's been a hoot. The people are buying them out there, so.
Oh, wow.
I will not be here for this thing on Saturday. Be out of town.
All right,
We'll be there.
yeah.
I
I
know,
guess we can-
jeez.
Let's bring less beer out. Oh, yeah. Well. Nah, we'll keep her up.
He doesn't beer.
Gus will have a good time wherever he's at.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's it.
Is it motion to
So
adjourn?
move.
Second?
I'll say.
Let's go, Jerry, good job, buddy.
Good job.
Throw 'em away.